Not liking the, Okay, really, buddy, you had to do this now? Really, buddy, you had to do this now? Alright, anyway. Just get that up. There has to be something I could do about the brightness on this thing. So, yeah, we'll go with that. That doesn't look good at all. Especially the worst part about this is the brightness is just so unbalanced. Like, it's way too bright at the top and then way too dark at the bottom. Yeah, whatever, we'll just go with that. Anyway, greetings ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more of me streaming a bunch of soccer games, because I can. And last time we left off, or in the last stream, we did end up winning the World Cup with Brazil in goal, and then we switched over to Nintendo World Cup. So let's see, we are Mexico now, and they're out. So we're just gonna do this, and we're going to just take care of business against Japan here. Although it is an interesting choice that they made Japan the second team. That didn't work. So either way, so what I showed off in the first game was that I did just more beating up my opponents and then eventually scoring goals when I wanted to. But that's really the easy way to get some dirty goals, is just or is just to shoot diagonally, make sure the goalkeeper has to dive. And then just get your shots in that way. I actually did not mean to do that, but whatever. I'll take it. But it actually is more fun just to beat up your opponents early on, because later on we're not going to be able to do so. And I also think one other strategy we did was just camp out in or like right next to the goalie, and then eventually just get super shots off, because you only get about, I think, 5 super shots before you run out. That did not go the way I wanted to. But as it's or as for the rest of the World Cup, we're actually down in the semis now. There were some pretty decent quarterfinal games, but actually a lot of them were a little bit more lopsided than I expected. I think the best game was that Russia-Croatia one. And then the advantage of having knocked out opponents is that you can just take the ball from them. Also, there was a like a soccer version of the usual Kunio games. I've been trying to find like an English patch of it, just so I can show that off too. I'll just go ahead and take that from you. So I think, what was the other interesting game? I think as for the next games, I think that France-Belgium game could very well decide who wins it. I can definitely see France winning it with the way their defense has been playing. I think because, well, Belgium has had their offense and they've been in pretty high gear. So it will be interesting to see how or how France decides to attack him defensively. Just because I do think I could definitely see France keeping him in check. And then also, is Belgium going to play one man back just to make sure they don't get counter-striked by France? Which France did a really good job of that against Argentina, so that's why Belgium's got to be aware of that stuff. You know what, you can go ahead and join them. Also, as for our memories with this game, turns out that my cousin had it, so we played some at his house, and then just eventually he let me borrow it, so, or not really borrow it, just take it. So then I actually did play this a lot. So that's one of the reasons I do know a lot about this game. And also there are a certain number of steps you can take before you shoot that triggers a super shot. I think for Mexico it's like 7 or something. I'm gonna have to check that again. Yeah, I think we're not quite there. And also, Mexico did not play a good game against Brazil. But that's why they're out. Oh, I'm not recording this, am I? Yeah, well, I'll get that at halftime. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. So just trying to get more going. Then again, I'm already up 6-0, and it's actually really easy to score a lot of goals in this game. But you don't get any incentive for running up the score except for fun. And that is one thing that does sum this game up pretty well. It's just a lot of fun. And that's one reason why I played it a lot. Also, I think we did like one-on-one challenges before. Where basically we'd make sure everybody else gets knocked out and then have to just play each other one-on-one and see who scores first. Of course, that did also take a while to make sure everybody else got knocked out. That should be all of them, almost. Yep. Oh, wait, I don't know what happened there, but okay. Let's see, what else? Maybe down the road I might even consider a Krasna Boys Ice Challenge. Because it was actually a different game than, because they did tease it once at the end of a Street Challenge. Except, unfortunately, it just never came out in the States. It did actually come out in Japan, though. Except it wasn't called Krasna Boys Ice Challenge. One more for the road. So let's see, I think, yeah, I think we can dribble out the clock more. Oh, that didn't work. Also, what I'm trying to get to work is, or what I'm trying to get to work is the, I guess the frog thing. And then this is essentially what it is, you're holding A and B. But you actually can cover ground quicker if you go ahead and do that. Well, one's down. So either way, with all that said, I think... What else? That's like the World Cup's gone by kind of quick. Especially with these other games that you get, like, they almost have a week off between this semifinals and the championship, which I find absurd. But I think that, or it's almost a week, but then they play the third place game first. There's something absurd like that. But then again, more money for them, so... I also did remember seeing somebody get a shot where you could use that kind of leaping, or that leapfrog attack as I call it. Well, it's not really an attack, but it's more of a leapfrog thing. And then we're just trying to clean up that way. Just keep it that way. And then I also did forget to mention that you can just press A or B to order them to shoot or to pass. Which is actually a nice touch that you do get some control over what they do. Because for the most part they are computer controlled. And then that's what we gotta work with. And just more bashing because I feel like it. And then I was just trying to dribble that one in. Unfortunately, that did work out for me. So we got about 2 minutes here, so we should be able to wrap this up pretty quickly. Granted, I am up like, what, 12-0, 13-0? I don't really remember. I don't know how much of a difference it makes. Okay, well now I'm up 12-0. So it's not gonna be like this the whole game, but then again, I do remember seeing somebody beat the final team by like 31. Or I think the only rules were they had to use a worse team, and then the super shots were all the same. Because outside of that, I don't really think there's anything all that different. So then, I think, let's see, in the third game, I think we're getting France, but don't really think it makes that much of a difference, actually. Like, who you play, it's just beat them. They went flying pretty far. Although on Steam, you know, the summer sale happened, so did end up getting a few things there. And then one of them was Stardew Valley. And I think I did mention I do watch 4 of my friends play it, or 4 guys I'm following now on Twitch. Just watching them play it. So I do just have to learn how to actually, you know, play the whole game. Or at least figure out how to play it. Because I actually really do watching streams, or do like watching streams of that game. But then again, I always do like games that do allow you to just build things however you want. So So then that's something I might sink some of my time into. Don't know how much time though. And just one more for the road. And then I was also talking to somebody about how I might end up streaming some 20XX. Although that is definitely one I do want to get into, because I do have daily challenges. So I could always just start a stream that way. Although I did actually come close to, or real close to beating one of the challenges. I just couldn't make this one stinking jump at the end. And then of course, because explosions, I end up dying. So I was pretty salty about that last night. Even though I do eat a lot of salt in my diet. But it is actually more the pink Himalayan salt, which is definitely a lot different than most table salts. I swear I gotta figure out the step counter before we do this. Or I'll probably just look at it on my phone. And that's out on me, that's hilarious. One more for good luck. That's just the way we kind of got to look at things here. You don't get the last laugh on me. So either way, that's 2 down. I think there are 13 total in the game. Although it was also extremely hot during or just the past week, so let's stick that to pass the ball. Of course, I probably could have gone to the beach, but I also didn't have any sandals, which is probably something I should get. Well, that's embarrassing. Already down 1-0. Then again, there was one time we did almost lose to these guys. I think the reason for that actually was because we just kept like, instead of actually timing, like we were using that strategy where we were camping out in front of the goalkeeper, and instead of actually timing the or the spin shot or bicycle kick, we just kept doing it and then kept missing. Otherwise, we probably would have won by a lot more. Also, this game does have a 2-player co-op, which is always fun. Although at halftime, actually, you know what, I probably should just do that now. I just need to look up the, or just how many, steps you need for the super shot. Okay, so that's 1. Also, I think the goalkeepers do get better as the game goes on. Also, your opponents get faster. You know, the traditional stuff. Let's keep this guy on the wraps. Yeah, so either way, making this 4-1. Although, what else did I do this weekend? Well, for one thing, I hope everybody had a good 4th of July. As for me, I didn't really do a whole lot. Because I know I had to work all week just because my boss was taking off and then one of our other guys was taking off. Even though it's not like that much happened anyway. Then I did have to leave early to go to my aunt's house for dinner for her birthday. Even though I probably should have done a UFC preview by then. Because I think I actually had some decent things to say. Then as for the event itself, it was alright. And of course you had the usual shenanigans at the end. I don't know, I'll probably talk more about that in a recap show of some sort. Maybe I might actually do that in the August 4th preview. Yeah, I think I'll have one lined up for that. That should actually be a lot of fun. Cause I know I definitely do have to do a Golovkin Alvarez preview. Or at least for the second one. Cause I'm gonna have to recap the first one too. And then just everything that went wrong with why the rematch got delayed. So let's see here. So we have I don't really know what happened there. Oh, I think it's sometimes that or I should say sometimes he stuffed that one. Interesting. But I'm saying sometimes depending on the player's power, they can actually run over guys that try to tackle them. Which is actually going to happen to us a lot later in the game, so that's why we have to change our strategy to mark the opponent. Instead of just trying to brutalize them. That was my bad. Yeah, so the goalie's always going to get first priority on that one. Or I should say the keeper. Anyway, we're joking about English rights. Could you imagine the kind of right that's going to happen if they end up winning? I'll just let you guys think about that one for a couple seconds. I mean, for that reason, that's actually one of the reasons I kind of want to see England win this thing. Just for the sake of rights. Although we always think of that Simpsons episode with you call this a sucker right? Or with groundskeeper Willie and some of those other guys. Which I try to get. So I know that one of the things with France is that they have like the lowest number of steps needed for a super shot. So either way, as for the other 4th of July, yeah, I didn't really do all that much. I just went out to, I just walked around the town I live close to, and then saw some fireworks at the end. But I'm just not really interested in that stuff anymore. So, I mean, fireworks are all fine and good. Especially when they're put together pretty well. And I have no idea how that didn't score, but okay, I'm not gonna argue. Now let's go ahead and take you out. Oh, I like this one with the artist. Might be my favorite one. Anyway, while we're here, I'm just gonna look up the super shots. And also trying to figure out how many damn bugs got in here. Well, should be interesting to find out. I think it might be the first one. So team steps is 8. And that turned out it's a 3 for my guy. So at least now we kind of know what we're up against. So I forgot who has the most. I think it might actually be Argentina. I also do love the music in this game. I really like any of those Kunio games that have really good music. Although if I can get a translated hack, I definitely do want to try that tournament fighter game they have. Oh, that didn't work. Doesn't work that way, does it? Well, I'll eventually learn how to play this game. Well, that's done. I think there was one more soccer game I kind of had planned. I don't know if that's a bug or is that some kind of rain. I don't think it's raining outside. Although it could be raining, and I think this weekend it's supposed to rain. Which is unfortunately one of the things I hate about summer here. Is just that there's so much damn traffic going up and down. Just because, you know, it's summer, people have beach houses. And then people want to go to the beach, and then people are coming back from the beach. So either way, what we're trying to get at here is well, that didn't work. That's really just more or less a traffic thing. Also, I might have messed up my horn from honking so much at people. Or I might have messed up my steering wheel, I mean. Actually, I have no idea how much that's going to cost to repair. So let's see, well, since we got about 2 minutes to go here. Yeah, unfortunately that didn't go the way I wanted it to. So I am gonna have to figure out a way to patch that up. But it is leather, so I could probably figure out how. Though I am also switching insurances, so hopefully that's gonna save some money. Although that's not gonna get better anytime soon, from what I've heard. I think we kind of can just run out things here. Okay, well that did not go the way I wanted it to. Or that's probably because everybody else is dead except for one guy. Well, let's just go ahead and deal with it this way. I need to actually let that guy get the ball. Just because I'm trying to take everybody out here. Yeah, that's what I wanted. He just does that little step. Let's take that. And then this guy is actually putting up a pretty good fight. Hoping that did it. And you're still here. Hilarious. It's almost everybody. Just trying to take this last guy out before I end up wrapping this up. Okay. That it? Alright then. Alright, so that's everybody down. So also, if you are interested, what are your predictions? And I've been going with Belgium the whole way, but I don't know, I could definitely see France beating them. I'm gonna go ahead and say Belgium against England. Might as well leave some alive just for fun. I also do like this animation of them just walking around after they win. And also all the sprites are the are the same except for are the same except for just their skin color and their uniform. It's really the only difference. I also do love how Russia has more tan. Also, I don't know if you guys caught that was the Tetris theme playing for Russia. Another one of those fun little homages. I think starting with the 6th game, which I think is England, I'm not going to be able to beat up people as readily. So I think the game actually starts getting hard around, or at least somewhat hard, around Brazil, I think. Because all these teams were more or less based off of the 1990 World Cup. Which I don't think all of them are. Because there were definitely some other teams that didn't really get represented as fairly. But then again, this was a or translated off a different soccer game. Oh, that giant bubble of doom. So that's kind of what we got to deal with here. So at least we got one of those dirty goals. But what do I think about this? So I also do have to figure out like how to stream stuff from Steam. Just because 20XX is definitely something I do want to get into. I've been getting better at the game, even though I've only been playing it for a few hours. Which I think does kind of make sense because I am pretty good at Mega Man X. Or at least I've been figuring out the game at a decent rate. That's the first time. That's like, wait, I think I have seen that before. I also do love the faces in this game, if I haven't mentioned that already. Oh, that didn't work. Yeah, we got ourselves a goal kick. So just go ahead and take care of that real quick. Also, I think these guys do like to push the ball forward. So that did not go the way I wanted it to. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. It must have been my mic. Although I was going with the headset for a while, I just didn't like the mic, or the microphone and the sound quality as much. So that is one of the reasons why I did switch to this mic. Which admittedly hasn't been as bad as I thought it could have been. Though I was thinking about a green screen, I'm just having a lot of trouble figuring out where to put it. So at least we got like about a minute and 30 left and a half. So then we should be able to take care of business pretty easily here. And then you can also get back on defense quicker this way. I was just trying to clean that one up. Didn't really happen. Let's see, what was I trying to, well, for one thing, I'll just take that. That's one of the reasons you do have to score more than 5 goals in this game. Or it might have been 5 per half, I forget. Okay, both of my guys are dead. Awesome. Although I think that's the first time that's happened so far. One of my guys is pretty much dead. Hey, another guy's dead. This is not going well. We are taking each other out here. Yeah, I kind of dodged a bullet on that one. I'll kick it to the up, please. Yeah, didn't kick it up. I really gotta figure out what to do with this mic. I'm just gonna keep knocking the damn thing over. Yeah, you can't, you're dead. Might as well just start getting really aggressive with scoring. That's good. I'm probably gonna have to need to if my guys are gonna stay dead like that. So either way, we're here at halftime. So I'm wondering if I should switch to mark the opponent now or just go to tackle. Yeah, I think we can just stick with tackle. Although Russia actually did play a decent game against Croatia, they just lost in a shootout. Which happens. They may touch on my face a lot, it's probably because a bug flew on it. That did not really go the way I wanted it to. I might actually end up showing off some two-player in this game. Just so you can see more. I think what was one of those parts that was a lot of fun. Because I think outside of that, they actually did feature a four-player mode in this game. And then back then, Nintendo did have a thing where you could, or this adapter where you can plug in 3 other controllers. Which was a neat idea, it just wasn't really ready for its time yet. Then also, I think they tried the same thing for Super Nintendo, but they just didn't really have any games for it. And then they just plain got it right with the N64. Although I do have to wonder why that never really made a comeback. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. The GameCube did it too. Although I forgot. Yeah, actually, the Wii did do that. Hopefully that did shut that bug up that I was trying to get in. This is why I probably shouldn't stream at night. Let's see, I think outside of that, there shouldn't really be too much going on with this game. I think, yeah, I kind of wish I could be a little bit more hammy as this game is. Just because it is definitely a lot of fun to play. That's one of those games that's a little bit more fun in short spurts. But I can definitely see why I did enjoy this game. That's because you could, it's more fun just to, see how good you can get at it fast. And then also just, taking out guys is always fun. Just like so. And then trying to do things like that. Let's just go ahead and take you out. Although I did, see what else happened this weekend. Did try going to interview for a second job. And then it turned out that just didn't really go well. They were just looking for something else. But at least, one thing I did try doing is, like, you know, it's getting away from you and then you just try and sell them on more of your strengths. Which, unfortunately, was a nice attempt on my part, just, didn't really go well. Go ahead and take you out. Yeah, so I think I might do one more and then call it a day after that. Or maybe switch to something else. Let's see, I think one of the other... So I know this game did come out in 1990, so I think they were just kind of on a craze of making different sports games at that time. I think I might, I don't know, I'll just ask you guys if you guys do want to see like a binge of a bunch of these Kunio-kun type of games. Because they are actually a lot of fun, they're definitely worth playing. And not just River City Ransom, but just some of the other ones with it. Although I did see there was actually kind of a River City Ransom 2 for the Super Nintendo. Except I didn't really know what I was doing. I know I did download the Super Famicom ROM before. And unfortunately I had no idea what I was doing because I couldn't read anything. Which is unfortunately the lay of the land. I've been experimenting with some Civilization 5 mods too. Now, these are just new civilizations that you could play as. I haven't really tried the Vox Populi one, because I know that pretty much changes the whole game. But then... I'm just trying to get my big shots in. Of course, not that it matters, because everybody at the, are at the front that could do anything is dead. But I think I also did end up watching this Simpsons tribute to cinema. Or a bunch of clips that the Simpsons took from movies. And they have them all in chronological order. Alongside the clip they were kind of making fun of. I also do like the one from when they get that trampoline and then or they have that one scene with all the kids that are hurt or that get hurt, and then it's making fun of that Or that scene from Gettysburg. So either way, we are down with a 4 so far. So I think I might just do one more and then I'll probably call it a day. So I really do like the music that plays for these team intros. First I'm just gonna check something with my window. Just give me a bit. Alrighty, well, sorry about that. Yeah, no, real professional streamer, aren't I? So I think now is where we have to start marking the opponents. Because then if we start tackling them, then they just end up beating us up instead. Alright, so I had to make sure of that. So let's just go ahead and do this. Okay, we can still tackle them. Good. That way these guys actually pass. So I think the strategy is just to beat up their first two guys and then just make them play in the backfield all day. Yeah, so I think that's what we're gonna go for. Although, speaking of bombing out, how about the way Spain lost? So I know my roommate said that NE actually did go to Russia for the World Cup, but if Spain ever got too fancy with their passing, they could end up losing. Although Spain did colonize Mexico, so this is a nice little, or I guess like revenge game. Though I do always end up doing that in Civilization 5, where I end up conquering like somebody else that took over them in actual history. But then again, if you're a bunch of other countries, you have to fight England all the time. Because it was like, what? I know it was less than 10, like the number of countries England hasn't invaded in some way, shape, or form is like less than 10 or something crazy like that. I don't really think my forwards are meant for tackling. So I think the strategy is just going to be take out their first two guys. And just get those cleanup shots. Okay, so at least we are doing damage, because then those slides, these are actually getting knocked down by those. So that's how you can tell you're doing damage. and somehow made it. Although what's so I thought it was the other team that ends up giving me some problems. Maybe Holland is when I start having some problems in this game. But Germany's actually kind of easy. I know, spoiler warning there, like guys at the end. Unless you are Germany, then you have to play Argentina. So I think I might just show off Super Soccer after I'm done with this game. Well, let's just focus on this one first. But I think, speaking of Steam sales, I think, Five Nights at Freddy's Custom Night actually did come out recently. And basically the whole premise of that is you can basically do whatever you want, which is pretty awesome. Alright, so that happened. Oh wait, I didn't even know I could do that. Lots of dead people here. Hopefully we can add one more that isn't one of our guys. And that did not go the way I wanted it to. Even after I kind of took the bullet on that one. Let that go in. I was kind of hoping it would. Create more deadness. At least as long as we keep it that way, we should be able to win somewhat comfortably. Of course, I am up 9-1. Just that one was kind of annoying, though. Oh, hey, Oreo side, I do appreciate the follow. So, hopefully you're doing pretty well today. Although, what I am doing now is just playing some Nintendo World Cup, and it's just some older soccer games just to celebrate the World Cup. Although I do remember a Deceased Crab doing a video on this, and basically he used all those annoying ass horns from, I think it was 14. Yeah, it was probably the 2014 Cup. But anyway, hopefully you're doing good. And then... let's see, I was just saying some of my future plans for this channel as well as some other things. And then unfortunately that happened. So this is basically what we're getting at here. This is definitely looking like a battlefield here. With lots and lots of casualties. I think that's probably would be the easiest way for us to get this done. Then he somehow ends up stuffing that one. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and get that one. Although I do have to do something about that follow notification, just because it does play the same thing twice. Well, that's a good note to go out on. So I think we could go with trying to tackle. That might be the best way to do this. definitely gonna be one where we're just gonna beat the hell out of each other. Okay, just another moth in. I do have to figure out how to put like some curtain around my window. I probably could just go get one. So I'm trying to use tape and I don't really think that's the best idea. So I'm thinking I could just use a piece of paper and... Okay, you are gonna have to go down now. Landing that many tackles. Yeah, so I'm kind of just thinking paper is probably the best way to go. I think just get the, or just start kicking butt early. And then usually just get things done later. Yes, if you do see me tapping on that thing, it's just my air conditioner unit. Especially for some reason this year, the stink bugs haven't been showing up, but there have been getting a lot of different beetles instead. Oh, the stink bugs were actually super loud whenever they'd end up getting in. Oh, there was one day where they just kept showing up. Why it's more fun to stream when it rains, because at least the bugs don't have anything to do except hide in trees. Okay, so it should be one down, I would hope. Let's go ahead and take you out. And one of my guys is down. Yeah, that'd be a good thing. Just hope that guy's dead. Nope. This. And then I do definitely have plans to stream some fantasy football drafts. I think last year I just didn't really know what I was doing, so I kept accidentally cutting the stream. Or I didn't know that I had S set to stop the stream. So every time I typed somebody with an S in there, then it would cut the stream off. Then I would go on and say, hey, why isn't anybody commenting? And, you know, that happened. But that is what happens when you're a rookie with OBS. I think it's probably going to be Twitch only, though. Just because I'm going to have to play some different things with, or play around with some different settings. And also, as for a screen capture, I think it only works on Chrome. Oh, hey Eliza Barra, good to see you. Yeah, so what we're doing is just trying to take out everybody and then score. Just try and do it that way. Anyway, hopefully things are going well for you. Hopefully you had a good 4th of July. And there goes him. So let's see, yeah, so I'm just trying to finish off the 5th match here. And also on a side note, I did see Spelunky on sale for Steam for about $3, so I went ahead and got it. Of course, I'm also gonna have to learn how to play it. That's gonna be important. But I didn't really see it on the Steam summer sale, I just saw it more on a flash sale. So I'll just clean that up. I think, yeah, so we got about a minute left. So I think we're just trying to get more goals here. So fortunately, this game is actually kind of easy to score with. So I know when me and my brother would be playing each other, we'd have like these 16, 17 games. But unfortunately, we never had a 4-player controller or a 4-team game with anybody. So that's like would have been a lot of fun to do. Although I don't know if you were here for this, but I did also kind of gauge around and see if I wanted to stream the other type of sports games like this. Go ahead and take you out. So I know that the soccer version of this is actually a lot, or the Japanese version of this is actually a lot different. Because I know I was toying with it a little bit before, like they had like terrain changes, and then I don't remember if the bicycle kick was in that game or not too. Well, that's what I get for missing. Get to him. I actually did enjoy the dodgeball game. I did actually end up doing a one-off of the GBA version, or the GBA remake, just for my YouTube channel way back when. That is definitely a mausoleum of Mexican and Spanish players. Oh, the dodgeball one's actually a lot of fun. You know what, I think I can do one more. Let's see, what time is it? It's already 11:15. But I think with England they might be a little bit harder to tackle. Or actually, maybe not. Although, is this gonna be a recurring theme here? I was curious as to what that series was. No, that didn't work. So I know with I know you were streaming some of Broforce yesterday, so I just forgot what series you were working on. Or it might have been for YouTube or Twitch, I forget. Although at some point I might actually play the dodgeball one. That's for funsies. Actually wasn't that bad an idea. Although I actually do like the AI in this game. At least for your team. Especially when you have so many other games where the AI has had no idea what the hell they're doing. Yeah, so with BattleTech, that was kind of like that that turn-based strategy game. Is that what that was? Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. goes well. Of course, that had to be just a little bit ahead of me. Yeah, I did end up seeing you play that before then. At least fortunately got that one off. That's 3 steps forward. Somehow I ended up missing that one. Also, England is a lot faster compared to our previous opponents. Although, fortunately, they're not that durable. Although the one thing I really do have to get back to is catching up my Chrono Trigger file, because I did end up having that other file where I did end up taking out Magus, and then I do have to just play that one all the way to the end just so I can show off the different endings. I kind of missed that one. So I think what I was trying to do is I was just trying to aim for that other guy. I just had to play that one all the way to the end. And I also had to figure out how to win without Magus or Chrono. Spoiler warning. But I don't think it should be that bad. So I was thinking about showing off the Blunt Force Trauma Party, which is who Frog, Ayla, and the robot, or Robot. I did also watch D-Pad play it. I also do enjoy whenever you get to see somebody else's viewpoint of it. No, speaking of which, I do need to catch up on DKS3's Super Mario RPG. I know that Robin's playing it with Old World Gamer right now, and I always do enjoy watching that series. Usually I'll end up getting taken on that one. Although, fortunately, the player we are can't really get knocked out permanently, fortunately. Otherwise, that would be fun, just watching the AI play. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was not going for. Trying to just nail him with a ball, and then that didn't really work. Although, fortunately, the super shot's always there. I think after you're done using 5 of those, they do end up turning into just a really fast shot. Yeah, I do like the art style a lot too, just because it's one that you definitely know when you see it. And then they do apply this to a bunch of the other games too. Like, I know Crash and the Boys did it too. Which was actually kind of like my first test Let's Play. just to see if I knew what I was doing. I did kind of have some fun with it. I also do like this thing at halftime that they show. Yeah, it's one thing those things definitely get right, is the faces just whenever something happens to them. Especially in this game, just whenever you get tackled. Just got that face always makes me laugh. He somehow ends up stuffing the shot. Sometimes that happens. Oh, this is one of those super fast ones. No, so I don't know if you were here for this, but I also did say I kind of want to see England win the World Cup just because of, or just because of the riots that would ensue. Or just because it says Borf. Although, on a side note, I did name one of my fantasy team names a generic dudes. Just for no real reason, and also because I couldn't really think of a name. Because they kind of needed like a last minute replacement. So I just for some reason went with generic dudes. So I think was it just them that did the, or that said barf every time they died. Or I think it might have been some other gang too. I'm not really sure if I'm going to end up streaming that or not. Or if I do, it might end up being co-op. Mostly for funsies. Okay, you are going to have to go down now. I don't really know if I can catch up to this guy. There's lots of carnage being done by the ball. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to get that one done. So some of these guys do tackle me, some of them don't. Interesting to know. I think I let these guys clean it up. Although I do like the cursor that's at the bottom just so you can kind of tell where you are. That's because I feel like it's way too easy to get lost in this map. Or just by the way the screen's set up. Though I think I had that problem in Mega Man Soccer, and then they just kept switching characters on me. That didn't work out. Yeah, so I think it just depends on the player that is making the tackle as to whether or not he can do it. So I think that's kind of what we got to work with. Although I wonder if yeah, because I know I'm seeing my viewer counts at about 3 now, so I'm just seeing if I could get Streamlabs to change that from Twitch to just Twitch and YouTube, just to see who's watching. I know it probably says 1 on Twitch, but I'm gonna have to check that real quick. Nope, I guess it says 2. Next, I am using Restream, so I can stream from both Twitch and YouTube. Although there's some people who can't because of the whole Twitch partnership thing. I also know one other guy who does stream on Twitch and then puts it up on YouTube about a month later. But I'm not really sure if he's partnered or not. I don't know, that is something I'm gonna have to check. So I know that stuff doesn't exactly grow on trees. I know affiliate kinda does. But you do have to have like 50 followers and whatnot. Yeah, so I'm just slowly inching my way there. So I think I'm up to like 22 now or something like that. And again, hopefully if I do end up streaming Mega Man 11 on day 1, and then hopefully that'll go up. Of course, I do wonder who's actually gonna watch that. Well, that's not until October either. So hopefully we still got a long way to go. But then again, here I am making a lot of plans, I just gotta act on them. It's really all it comes down to. So we got about 30 seconds left in just another mausoleum here. Because I did end up toying with my layout at some point. Just so I could just do some different things with it. But what was the main thing I wanted to do different? Yeah, I think with the NES I just probably should change up something so I don't really have to like put some distracting image on the left. And one more for good luck. I don't know, I'm gonna have to get some feedback on that and just how I could improve it. Because I know there are people that do like the webcam on one side, and then they have like the game, or the layout of the game, and then the just the emulation window. And then also if you're anyone else besides the US, you do end up playing them in the round you were supposed to play yourself. So if you were Cameroon, you'd play them first. If you were Japan, you'd play them second. And then if you were like Russia, you'd play them fourth. So actually we would have been playing Mexico 7th if we were anybody else. So that's just something to know. I think with that said, I'm just gonna go ahead and call this stream today. So let's see, let me just see who's up now. I do have Twitch on my phone, so that's why I do end up breaking that out from time to time. Okay, that's interesting. Nobody I really wanted to host. Okay, well that was actually kind of unexpected. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end it here. So with all that said, thank you so much to the people who watched, people who commented, and the new follower. And I will see you probably, I'm thinking probably on either tomorrow or Wednesday. I don't know, I'll definitely do one before Thursday though. Yeah, I'll just keep you guys posted. So with all that said, I will see you guys later.